more than 100 years, conference realignments and up and down seasons, when the victory bell is on the line, these two come back around and get this rivalry tuned up. Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. It's the Miami University Redhawks and the Cincinnati Bearcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Redhawks head coach before the game. This is a great opportunity for his squad. The Big 12, known for their strong defense and their wide-open offense, he expects his guys to be upset-minded today. One play at a time, do your job, and who knows what can happen. We'll keep you posted on how things are vibing down here on the field, here in this big matchup. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Redhawks offense will get first crack at it here. The Bearcats got the better of the Redhawks the last time they met, though it was a tight match throughout.
Yeah, the Bearcats made the big plays in the big moments, and that was the difference in this rivalry game. Who can handle those emotions, the adrenaline? Coming in today, which team, Jesse, you think is going to handle that best?
I think it also comes down to the playmakers on both teams. When the game is on the line, who can step up and make the big play to win the game?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's a little room there. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive areas.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment, on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career, there's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
They'll give it to Johnson. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the ride and the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bearcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He'll keep it on the sneak. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. The Victory Bell Trophy is the oldest non-conference rivalry in college football. The rivalry itself, based on a township dispute in the early 1800s about income being diverted from Miami to Cincinnati. David, I didn't know that until you told me.
Well, you know, I like to share my notes, Reese, and make you sound smart, but a non-conference rival game is really, really cool. It's unique, it's different. The series is almost 500 after all the meetings, so Jesse, I'm excited about this one.
And cool traditions in this game, too. You know, the University of Cincinnati, they have a pajama parade the night before the game running through the streets of downtown Cincinnati. I think David Pollock was once spotted there after he got drafted by the Bengals.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jet.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
It's caught. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He'll get rid of it. That's caught. It's Henry. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Bearcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive with a pass. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Red Hawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Oh, they're after him! Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
And the Red Hawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Hawks.
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the first quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the first, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help...
There he goes! The 40, at the 30, the 10, touchdown Bearcats! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun, running back on the move. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Red Hawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Red Hawks can really attack on this second and short. The give on the option. Got a little grass. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting it.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. It looks as if we have an injured Bearcat on the field. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. And everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Dropping back, it's French. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. This rivalry dates all the way back to the late 1800s, 1888, and to this day remains one of the most tightly contested rivalries in all of college football.
Pretty amazing, Reese. It's the oldest current non-conference rivalry in college football. And David, I think when you're playing in a game like this that has this much history, it just adds so much pressure, I think, to both teams.
Well, and the coaches were so cool talking about all the history, all the moments. They know them. They know about it. The players know about it. So it's a contested game usually every year. So competitive. Fun game to kick back and watch.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
The option look. Shakes off the defender. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. They're there's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Red Hawks will line it up on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Red Hawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fires quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Bearcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now Cincinnati spins its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wideout trying to get it in.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down.
And that is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it down the field. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's French. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He splits the uprights. And wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. so they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Set to pass on the play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Lost a throw on first down. On target to the left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Running back onto the field, the Bearcats head coach told me at the half. Coach pointed out in the locker room that with these big rivalry games, momentum can shift. Even though they've gotten off to a great start here, even though they did win this same game last year, this is a new moment, a new focus, and a new intensity coming out of the locker room. I'll keep you posted on how things feel down here on the field in this big rivalry matchup. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone accepted. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's French. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Grover. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Henry. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. The handoff to Johnson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Miami, Ohio, ready to get the offense going on this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this.
He tries to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Looking down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Defense in press coverage. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working on the right. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And that one's way too far for everybody.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got his man down the middle. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Bearcats have it with a first and goal. Off the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Goes to the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. Slams ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air on first down. Under fire. Grabs it in the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots, try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The Red Hawks in the hurry up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the...
He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Still on his feet at the 45. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Red Hawks are rolling down the field. He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Red Hawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Makes the grab. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Red Hawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. On target. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Red Hawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Hawks.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Miami, Ohio, 21.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The run inside, it's Johnson. Good blocking up front, great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Bearcats right after the huge play through the air back to the line. it on the option. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. And the Redhawks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Redhawks want to move quickly. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And the comeback is on. 3rd touchdown of the game, a 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, we'll see with this Red Hawk. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down.
So important keeping those new downs coming, getting that first down. We don't need to panic right now. We got a long way to go. We still got plenty of time to accomplish it.
And the Red Hawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Made a defender miss. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball in his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese, and that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.